I just really love history, and just like talking about it and sharing that love like with students just sounds wonderful to me. I really fell in love with Fitchburg from the moment I visited there. It's a great school and I love it, and I'm just really excited to teach. Surprisingly, even though a lot of my aunts and my mom and my sister are all teachers, that has nothing to do with why I chose it. But yeah, I'm glad I made the choice.
You know how athletes, they have the signing thing when they sign to a college? It's kind of symbolic like that, and like it's kind of like one chapter is ending, but another is starting. That's what this feels like. And I love English, and I've wanted to be a teacher for a really long time, so this is kind of like a milestone in my high school experience, and I'm glad that I got to experience this before it ended. So Miss Banks, actually, she was one of my middle school teachers at Morgan, and I was here freshman year, but I had left, and I came back to finish high school here for senior year, and just being awarded this or being given the opportunity to do this and being recognized just makes me feel accomplished.
This is like a really big step in my life because just recently I had decided to do this. Being an ethnic studies teacher is really important here in Holyoke because there's a lot of ethnicity, and so I just wanted to bring that back and like enforce it. Like, I think we should have more people looking like me and people like the students, so they understand more where they're coming from. I feel very proud, like coming back to my home to better education for people who are younger than me, and it's really exciting.
It means a lot to me just because of the fact that I grew up with music a ton. I've got a passion for it, and it makes me just happy just because of the fact that I can teach students the way I was taught.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steve Mahoney. I'm the executive principal here at Holyoke High School, and this is an awesome occasion. As a matter of fact, we're having lots of awesome occasions as we roll into graduation for the class of 2019. And there are a lot of signature moments for this particular class. This is the first class where we will be graduating a two-campus, one high school graduating class. This is the first class where we have students who are graduating with a seal of biliteracy. And this is the first class that we are graduating where we are recognizing, honoring, and making offers to graduating seniors who have committed or are committed to being teachers when they finish their college careers. And so as a 30-year educator who stumbled into teaching, when I was in high school, I was convinced I was either going to be a mechanical engineer or the junior senator from Massachusetts, not knowing what either one of those meant. But knowing the four young women here and the thoughtfulness and the purposefulness that they have brought to their 4 years here and to the 1 year that I've shared with them, I feel like our profession is really blessed to have these four and committing to what I think is the greatest job and the greatest work in the world. And so I'll do a quick kind of introduction so that you can see who we've got and where they're going. And then I've got some speakers to introduce on this very important day. So next year, going to Holyoke Community College, Desiree Arena. Continuing a fine tradition, going to Fitchburg State University next year, Zoe Brazeau. Going to be an owl just down the road at Westfield State University, Shawnesse Thomas. And then, again, going up the hill to Holyoke Community College, Christina Simpson. We've got several guests from higher education and from the community here that we want to welcome to come on up and say a few brief and brilliant remarks. Emphasis on the brevity. And so our first person come on up, representing Representative Aaron Vega. Please, Patricia Duffy, come on up.
Congratulations. Thank you all so much. Rep Vega does not take a lot of vacation time, but he did this week. But I know he was so sorry to miss this. There's no bigger priority for him than the Holyoke Public Schools. You do not have a bigger champion on Beacon Hill than Rep Vega. And thank you all for the work that you've done already. Thank you for the work you're going to do. And thanks to your families for helping you prioritize education. And we're all so proud. We're really proud. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So in the world of teaching and instruction, that's called an exemplar. Well done, Patricia. A really close ally and collaborator with us up at Holyoke Community College, helping us launch our early college program and make that work for all of our kids here on the North Campus. Please welcome April Graziano from the Office of Academic Affairs for Partnerships.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all of you and to the school district for doing this. I'm so excited because teaching is an amazing career. I've been in teaching for 30 years, always knew I wanted to teach, and it's awesome that you can come back and do that in your own communities. I am looking forward to working with Desiree and Christina. I will be helping you as you get started, and I look forward to that. And I really want to impress the many opportunities there are in teaching and how many wonderful things you can teach. So I'm looking forward to learning more about what you can do, and I'll see you there.
Great, coming from the central part of Massachusetts, from Fitchburg State University, please welcome Associate Dean Lourdes Ramirez.
Hi, good morning. Congratulations to all of you, and especially to Zoe for choosing Fitchburg State University as her place to earn her degree in education. As a former teacher myself and a principal, I know how critical it is for us to support future teachers and to ensure that we continue to have new teachers joining the field. We know that there's a lot of satisfaction and a lot of challenges in teaching, but there's no other profession that is more novel than teaching. And we're thrilled to have you at Fitchburg State, and all the best luck to all of you.
Thank you. And then, Barbara, are we going to defer to the Associate Dean? Or are you coming up with it? You're all going up, okay. So welcoming back to the Holyoke High School North Campus, Pam Nadeau, Barbara Lucas, and Associate Dean of the School of Education, Ms. Cheryl Stanby. Can you guys come on up, please?
Yeah.
Good morning, and we thought that we would do a team presentation because us three will be the people that Shawnee will be working closely with throughout her 4 years at Westfield. So we want to first say congratulations to all. We are so excited that you're going into teaching. We need great teachers like you, and so we are happy that you decided to bring your talents into your institutions and then share it with the students that you'll be teaching.
Desiree and Christina, when you finish up at Holyoke, we welcome you to come to Westfield State if you want to pursue further. So,
Lourdes, do you want to make a counteroffer? Because I didn't hear any money on that one.
We do have money.
Me too. And I just want to say, I had the ability to work with both Shawnesse and Zoe when I was here, and I am so proud of both of you going on and doing this work, and I think you will be amazing. And I cannot even tell you how excited I am that I now get to continue on your next part of your journey with you, Shawnesse, and work with you at Westfield. I think that is so exciting, and I agree with Barb. I hope that you too choose Westfield after, and you come and we get to work with you as well. But congratulations to you all. This is a wonderful accomplishment, and we need wonderful teachers in the field, and I know that you guys will all really rise up to that bar.
Thank you. before we've got these letters of intent and these offers to sign. But before we do that, I just want to recognize that two things. One, what's really lovely about the group that we have here is, save for perhaps gender, but the diversity that we see here at this table is a really important thing for us to recognize and celebrate. It is absolutely one of our top priorities for Holyoke Public Schools, pre-K-12, to have a teaching force that looks like and thinks like and has the same worldview as our students and our families do. And so that is like really cause for great hope and celebration for me. And I do want to say that we do have several teachers in Holyoke Public Schools here in the room, and I just want to recognize them because kids want to become the things that they respect and honor, and they respect and honor the things that they experience. So in the back, Miss Mary Brazeau, English teacher, Holyoke High School North. In the front row, Miss Lori Banks, math and STEM teacher extraordinaire in our middle schools. Next to Lori, Megan Harrison, a recovering English teacher who's our academy lead teacher here on the North Campus, but Megan Harrison. Just coming on in and sitting down, so now she has to stand back up, but Miss Dana Altschuler, director of our ethnic studies program. Next to Dana, Cassie Stewart, our band director. And right in front of Cassie, Ms. Laura Vasquez, our super counselor here at HS. Who did I miss?
We have Mr. Wise right here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Steve.
And we have the world famous Miss Caracciolo from Kelly School.
Rookie mistake. Welcome to you guys to the high school. Great to have you here. Okay, so without further ado,
You're gonna.
Oh, I'm reading this letter first. Thank you. Okay, so each of our teacher candidates have a letter of intent that they're going to sign. I'll read it to you, and then you guys will sign with a big flourish, okay? So it reads, by signing this letter, I eagerly acknowledge that at this time I'll use Desiree Arena, intend to pursue a career in the field of education by attending Holyoke Community College. The importance of quality educators in our nation's schools cannot be understated. I recognize that in my future role as a teacher, I have both the opportunity and the responsibility to positively impact students' lives and intellectual development and to ensure that each student is successful. It is for these reasons that I am enthusiastically committed to becoming an educator. And now you guys can sign. Okay, and now Dr. Stevens-Reich is going to come on up. You've got some signing to do up here as well, and you've got some offers that you do. All right. So the floor is yours.
All right, thank you. There's no event that I've been more excited for all year. When we started here in the districts around the state were doing this year, we wanted to be one of the districts that participated in this teacher signing day. And a couple things before I give you another little gift before you leave is a big part of our work in the Holyoke Public Schools and about moving the district forward has to be about bringing homegrown talent back to Holyoke, right? And let's see that. In the last week, we hired 2 principals who have deep roots in Holyoke. But for our teaching corps, it's just as important that we have people in front of our students that can connect with our young people and that can build relationships, and they understand where our kids come from and what our students are faced with, both their assets and the challenges that they face. And so for us, as a school district, we are committed to being more aggressive in bringing our young people back to Holyoke. And we see the future in the students that are here in the schools right now to be able to come in and help continue to improve the schools for the students that we serve. So that's number one. Now, I also know that just being from Holyoke is not enough. I do know there's talent at this table. I have had the chance to work with Christina all year because she's been in my advisory group. And when she whispered in my ear 2 weeks ago that she wanted to be a teacher, I actually handed her something right away. Can you please sign up? And if they're anything like Christina, which I know all of you are, we need you here. We want you to come back, and you need to make sure you hunt us down as soon as you graduate on time in 4 years, right? And you want to come back to your hometown because we need you, our school system needs you, and most importantly, our young people need you. And we have very gifted teachers for you to work with. Many of them who are sitting in this room, the teachers that are here today are invested in the future, and they are invested in supporting young people, and that's something. We have also Miss Elman, who is our induction coach here. We have a system to support first-year teachers as well. So with that, I do want to just, and I will tell you this, there's not a day that goes by that I do not think about going back to the classroom. And sometimes I think, what did I get myself into? I'd love
a day that we don't think about.
Yeah, I loved being a fifth grade teacher. I absolutely loved it, and I still run into my students all the time. And there is no more powerful role than being a teacher. And anybody who says you get your summers off, it's not that hard of a job, I'll show them. Come on in to Holyoke High or any of the schools, to really understand how much our teachers do every day. There is no more rewarding, challenging, but impactful role that you can hold than a classroom teacher in the state of Massachusetts and in the city of Holyoke. So with that, I do want to also give you another little prize. This letter that's signed by me I'm going to read it to you. Congratulations on your recent signing of the Educator Commitment Letter. The Holyoke Public Schools recognizes your commitment to education in our community, and the district would like to commit to supporting your success as a future educator. When the time comes, the district is committed to finding Holyoke graduates who are pursuing a career in education with a pre-practicum placement in the district, or a practicum placement. Furthermore, after graduating or receiving your baccalaureate degree, we strongly encourage you to apply for opportunities within the Holyoke Public Schools. If you complete your practicum in the district and are selected to become an educator in the district, we will credit you with 1 year of teaching experience when placing you on the compensation model. Please bring this letter. So you might want to take a picture of this letter. I think that's what people do now. Please bring this letter with you to Human Resources Department upon hire to receive such credit. So this is your ticket to being bumped up on the pay scale when you come, because you've already you went to school here and you've done your practicum here. And the second thing we want to urge you to do is to think about, we have opportunities in the summer to work in our schools. We have the Generation Teach program, and we have other, our summer school programs where we're ready to take you now if you're interested in those roles. And I know Ms. Banks has been involved, but Ms. Curran right here, and her email address is here. So if you can contact her if you want to do work as early as, I think we're still hiring. This summer. All right, right here, right. For this summer, we are looking for interns to be working in our Generation Teach program, which is a middle school program. So the best way to learn how to become a teacher is teach middle school, right? Right, Ms. Caracciolo? Like if you can teach middle school, you can do just about anything. You can walk on water. So with that, I'm going to present you with your letters. This is Desiree right here. Congratulations. And I got to sign this, I think, too. All right. All right. Zoe, here you go. Congratulations. I'm going to sign this. Congratulations. All right. And Shawnesse, congratulations. All right, I'm going to sign this. All right, Christina, congratulations. All right, let's give these folks a big round of applause. Now the real work begins. You got to go back to school, right?
Yeah. So first off, do any of you have anything that you want to say in this moment? Not a requirement. Challenge by choice, but do any of you have anything you want to say?
Any teachers you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Miss Banks and Miss Vasquez, because I had her when I was in middle school, and I've had her this year. They're just amazing teachers and amazing people who've supported me.
I want to thank Dana Oxford because she's the best teacher I've ever had, and she's what made me want to become a teacher.
I have like 50 teachers in my family, so if I thank any, I'll miss some. But thank you, especially to the two that are here, my mom, Mary Brazeau, and my godmother, Roseanne Crutchlow.
I'll thank Miss Stewart and Miss Vasquez because they've helped me through a lot, and she's the one that gave me like passion for music.
And just so people also know, Desiree, well, we invited Mr. Wise to come because Desiree actually had Mr. Thomas Wise as a middle school student, and that was something she actually recently applied for a scholarship, Thomas Wise Scholarship, and she spoke very highly about the impact that he had. And like the reason why she wants to become a teacher was because of the work and how much he inspired her throughout the years. She wanted to say all that, but she got there.
And to the teachers, any words of advice or wisdom that you may want to share before we close it out? Yes, Ms. Banks.
Shawnesse, I need to retire soon.
We don't want to hear that, no. Okay, all right, so we'll just close here. You four, we want to stay and have, we want to have a formal picture of you, right, Steve? And families can all get that formal picture with the doctor. And then the college reps may want to have pictures with the kids who are going, with the young women who are going to your campuses next year. And then I definitely want to make sure that you all meet Miss Beth Gage, our Director of Human Resources, because he may be giving you the letter, but she's doing all the work. Thank you for coming. What a wonderful way out.
I just really love history and just like talking about it and sharing that love like with students just sounds wonderful to me. I really fell in love with Fitchburg from the moment I visited there. It's a great school and I love it, and I'm just really excited to teach. Surprisingly, even though a lot of my aunts and my mom and my sister are all teachers, that has nothing to do with why I chose it. But yeah, I'm glad I made the choice.
You know how athletes, they have the signing thing when they sign to a college? It's kind of symbolic like that, and like it's kind of like one chapter is ending, but another is starting. That's what this feels like. And I love English, and I've wanted to be a teacher for a really long time, so this is kind of like a milestone in my high school experience, and I'm glad that I got to experience this before it ended. So Miss Banks, actually, she was one of my middle school teachers at Morgan, and I was here freshman year, but I had left, and I came back to finish high school here for senior year, and just being awarded this or being given the opportunity to do this and being recognized just makes me feel accomplished.
This is like a really big step in my life because just recently I had decided to do this. Being an ethnic studies teacher is really important here in Holyoke because there's a lot of ethnicity, and so I just wanted to bring that back and like enforce it. Like, I think we should have more people looking like me and people like the students so they understand more where they're coming from. I feel very proud, like coming back to my home to better education for people who are younger than me, and it's really exciting.
It means a lot to me just because of the fact that I grew up with music a ton. I've got a passion for it, and it makes me just happy just because of the fact that I can teach students the way I was taught.